of my mind and my own life I hardly recognized. And because I was so damn traumatized, I laid my cultural practices in urban vernacular to the side, only to be reminded that our ancestors had pride and would never consider laying down their lives. But you see, I had adopted the chameleon effect, code switching at its best. And because of societal norms and expectations, well, I mastered the strategy by altering my self-presentation in different contexts and situations. You see, I even found myself switching up my style because I wanted you to feel more comfortable with me around, conforming to others' visions and forcing myself to give in to their opinions of me. You see, choosing whether or not to code switch is no light decision, because the modified revision that you present to others has to be fully convincing. It's an all or nothing decision. You know, I thought that's where the magic would be. Living out someone else's definition of my identity, and I told myself, baby girl, you in a safe space. But really, I was just cowardly playing it safe, trying to be more palatable, living only to make others comfortable with my isness, my blackness, and my queerness. And even in some instances, if my femininity wasn't feminine enough for you, I do the most and switch up my voice too. You see, I played the pronoun game constantly, where she became they and they became he, and we consented to hiding and concealing, never revealing our true identities, because I had yet to realize that I'm at my best when I'm freely me. At times, it felt like I was wearing an emotional straitjacket, laced up into a version of me that they found pleasing, while the real me picked aimlessly at the seams of my fragility, cinching my voice so tightly that even my thoughts became mere whispers. And because my mind played tricks on me, it had me subconsciously thinking that if I could just get you and you to approve of me, then that would be the thing that would give me the power, set me free to do almost anything, even if it meant compromising my own mental health and self-esteem by low-key allowing you and you to shame me. Because for some reason, the real me just wasn't good enough. And every move I made was being watched. Like I was under the microscope of inspection for their correction, and code switching became second nature. It was as though someone had cast a spell on me, forcing me to navigate between two different worlds. Forcing me to navigate between two different worlds. So I began asking myself, how will you show up today? I became an atmospheric meteorologist, measuring the altitude of each room I entered by the temperature of each individual that didn't look like me. You see, they say trauma is cumulative over a period of time, because the stress of not being able to be yourself on a day-to-day basis decreases your window of tolerance. At first, I thought it was no biggie, but later found out it was affecting me mentally. You see, I was conforming to gain acceptance and code switching out of necessity, in a constant balancing act with authenticity, in an exhausting dance with inferiority, while masking my identity and burying my feelings in a veil of conformity. Question: was it modesty or self-degradation? See, because in order for a spell to be broken, you must first realize that you are under one. Truth.